In this video, I'm going to answer a question I get asked all the time. Are Google local service ads worth it? By the end of this video, you're going to know what Google local service ads are, how they work, and if it's right for your business. Now, one of my clients in the roofing industry uses this method I'm about to share with you, and they were able to generate 4 new jobs in their first 60 days. Now, before I go over and describe what Google local service ads are and how they work and break it down, I do this for quite a few companies already. So if you'd rather skip the trial and error or hire an inexperienced company to do this for you, click the link below in this description of this video, and then my team and I will walk you through it step by step. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so what are Google local service ads? Well, it's an application process that you will go through as a business and submit some information to verify that you are a legitimate company. And then you can show up here at the very top of Google, as you can see. So I did roof repair, and then it shows up with some companies here. Let's do clogged toilet, and then plumbing services come up. Tons of industries and tons of businesses. But long story short, you show up at the very top of Google for all related searches. So that means above pay-per-click ads, above SEO ads. So maybe clogged toilet is not the best. So we'll say shower repair maybe. Cool. And then you can see here, you've got plumbing companies here in the Google guaranteed or local service ads area, and then some more SEO stuff as you get down here. But as you can see, Google guaranteed is at the very top. So that's the biggest bonus, is you show up at the very top of Google. That's pro number 1 I always like to highlight with Google local service ads. There's not an advertising method that shows up higher than Google local service ads. Number 2, you only pay per lead, which means that you see, if you can see right here with R&R plumbing services, they show up here, but they are not setting up a daily budget like $50 a day and then just praying to the lead gods that things work. You do set like a weekly budget of what you're willing to spend, and then Google local service ads basically gets to work for you and puts you, at the top or near the top, as you can see here, for people to call and message you. So I can either message this person, or I can click get phone number, which is like a click to call action. Now, this R&R plumbing services company, they will only get charged if I click to message them or call them. So you only pay per lead, which is amazing. And the best part is, say I was to call this company R&R and I was to, ask them about maybe air conditioning, and that's not a service this plumbing company offers, you can actually dispute that and get paid back or get credited back. So you're not paying for crappy leads, which is amazing. So now that you've seen what Google local service ads are, I want to show you how you can apply as well. So I'm going to just type in Google local service ads. And then all you have to do is click right here where it says getting started with Google local service ads. And then you're going to click local services here on the top right. It's going to open up another window for you. You're going to click sign in. You do need to be signed in or have at least a Gmail account. So I'm already logged in. I'm going to just say, these are a lot of this is like my demo account here. So I'm going to say new local service ads account. You most likely will see nothing here. And then what we're going to do is Google is saying we want you to earn your badge of trust to verify you're a real company. I'm going to click continue. And so then what you would do is you would verify the country you're in, the state, one of the zip codes that you service, and then you're going to click your industry here. So I'm going to, you can click roofing, you can do hair removal, hair salon, handyman, home inspection, orthopedic surgeon, tattoo, tax services, tire shop, towing, a lot of things you can think of in the local business and contracting space are here and available. Once you click check eligibility, it's going to let you know whether or not that service is available, and then you're going to begin your Google guaranteed application. So now you've seen what Google local service ads are. I went into the question I mentioned at the very beginning: are they worth it? So yes and no. If you are a contractor and you have high ticket options, I would give it a resounding yes. So I'm going to give you a roofing client example here. When I was onboarding my roofing company client, I asked them, what the typical job they get. And so they said to me, well, Kyle, it's anywhere from $10,000 per roof to $50,000. And so right away I said, that sounds awesome. Now, I like to always ask them, what is your profit margin? After you pay your employees and or the supplies, et cetera. And they said it's usually about 40%. So I said, okay, so on a $10,000 job, you make $4,000. And so, his first question to me was, how much is it on a per call basis? And so I said to him, well, I've seen more, for roofing, it's a higher ticket, as you can see. $10,000 to $50,000 is pretty high. So when he said that, I wanted to see what his closing ratio is next. If he has a dedicated person to not just talk to leads, but follow up with them and close them. And so I asked them what their closing ratio is. And he mentioned to me, well, out of every 10 leads we get, we usually close 1. So that's a 10% closing ratio. 10% closing ratio. And so going back to my example I mentioned, for roofing I've seen, usually it's about $100 per call. Sometimes less, sometimes a little more. But that is about the average per call. So I said to him, Mr. Client, if I can get you, if using this scenario here, $100 per call, so you would need 10 calls to reach that. So that cost you $1,000 to close and make minimum $4,000. That right there is a 4-to-1 ratio. So that's me saying, here's $1 and getting $4 back. So in this roofing client example, yes, with a resounding yes, it would absolutely be worth it. Now let's say he closes a $20,000 job. Spend $1,000, talk to 10 leads to close and make $8,000, because now this is a $20,000 job, $20K job here. So now instead of giving $1 and getting 4 back, you're putting in $1 and getting $8 back. That's even better. And it goes even higher than there. So as you can see, in this scenario, as a high ticket client, and this can be, roofing can be similar to like flooring. You can do lots of other industries. Home remodeling is, similar price points here, like per job basis. So with a resounding yes, contractors, Google Local Service Ads are absolutely worth it. I mentioned before that I do this for quite a few companies now. So if you would like to skip the trial and error, or have any issues yourself, or just don't have the time, click the link below in the description, and my team and I will walk you through step-by-step how to complete your Google Local Service Ads application. Now that you've watched this video, go ahead and click the next video that's popping up on the screen right now to talk about how you can optimize your Google Local Service Ads.